Today I'm going to show you how to install this carbon fiber fender trim on my F33 435. Hi, I'm Steve from F33. Now, if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. That's right, we are going to be installing the Auto Technic carbon fiber fender trim on this 435 F33. Let's take a closer look at the fender trim before we get it installed. Overall, I really like the construction of these. It is a very nice carbon fiber weave over plastic. It does match the rest of the carbon fiber on the car, which is really nice. One thing that I would change, however, is inside. I'm not sure if it's going to show up well on camera, but inside here it is gloss black and not carbon fiber. It would have been a really nice touch to make that carbon fiber as well. But overall, I really like this design. I think it's going to be a really nice touch. Now, this is held in by 3 clips. You can see there's one on each end as well as one in the middle. Now, these clips fit into one of these, and this sits inside the fender and basically just pushes right in. Now, to avoid breaking the clips on the old one, what we're going to do is we're going to heat it up just to make the plastic a little more malleable, and then we're most likely going to use some needle nose pliers to pull out the little black things that these seat into. All right, so I'm going to heat up the heat gun. You don't have to use it. It just, like I said, it makes it so that it's less likely that you'll break the clips on the old one. So I'm going to get that heat gun heated up and we'll get started. All right, now remember, when you're using a heat gun, you don't want to let it sit too long on any of the surfaces because you don't want to burn the paint. Now again, this is just so that we don't break any of the clips. This isn't a necessary step, but I figured just in case, why not? All right. So the next thing that you're going to need is a trim tool. Now you're going to want to use something similar to this just to kind of pry the trim off, and you're going to want to work really slow. You also don't want to damage the paint, so be careful how you're prying because you don't want to put any dents in the paint. All right, now when removing the trim, I like to start off with the corners, okay? So we're just going to kind of put the trim tool underneath this first corner, and we're going to slowly work it out, okay? So that first one just popped out. That popped out really easily. So now we're going to go with the second one, and I'm just putting my finger in the vent here, okay? And it looks like there's some rocks that are in there, so I'm actually going to come up from the top up here. Some rocks from the wheel well were in there. All right. And then we're just going to come from behind, and that middle one just popped out super easy. Now you can see I did break a clip on the bottom. That's going to happen. It's no big deal, but it is what it is. Okay, so 2 out of 3 clips, not bad. All right, so now we're just going to want to remove these so that we can put the new ones in. All right, and actually we don't even need needle nose pliers. This actually worked out really well. Make sure that you use, when you're prying on this, you get the parts of the fender that you're not going to see, just in case you cause some sort of scratch or something like that. That way at least you're not going to be able to see it. All right, and the last one. This is the one that still has that part of the clip in there. Now this one's in kind of an awkward spot, so I may actually need a needle nose for this one. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna go get some needle nose pliers and we'll be right back. All right, so I couldn't find my needle nose pliers, but what I am using is a pick tool. All right, so I'm just grabbing inside here to pull it out, and then I'm gonna use this trim tool to kind of help it along the way. And I think the reason that this one's being a little bit more stubborn is because that tip is still in there. So I think that's what's causing some of our issues. There we go. All right. Yeah, and as you can see, that tip is still in there, and what that does is it pushes out the middle. So that's why it was a little harder to get out. Now, before we install the new vent, I'm just gonna go in here and grab some soapy water and just wash it out. No need to leave it dirty when we have this off. All right, so let's get this cleaned up in here. And I'm just using some regular soap here. Nothing too interesting. All right, let's get this dried up. Okay, now that that's all clean, we are going to install our new fasteners here. And they just pop right into place where the old ones were. Okay. And then we take our new trim and we are just going to line up the holes. And I'm going to do the middle one first. And then go for the sides. All right. Make sure it does snap. You want it fully seated. This looks really, really great. So let's go to the other side and do that one. All right, so on this side, we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get this heated up. All right, and then we will use our pry tool. Okay, and remember, just go slow. That one popped out incredibly easy. All right, let's get this next one. All right, again, popped out super easy. And this last one. And I forgot to mention that these do have a little bit of 3M or some kind of foam tape on the back of the OEM ones. So even though you think you got them, got the clips off, you think to yourself, well, why is it not coming off? And that's why. So it looks like I got this off with all 3 clips intact. All right, so let's get these out. Okay, got one. This middle one's kind of a pain because of the angle. As long as you get underneath it, it'll come out. All right, and let's get this bottom one out. All right, bottom one's out. We'll get this cleaned up. And again, I'm just using some regular soap and water, nothing fancy. All right, dry it off. Okay. All right, so let's get our fasteners in place. And for the final piece, just line up all of those holes. Okay, and we'll get the middle one in. Okay. Remember, you want to make sure you hear that snap. All right. It is in and it is awesome. Really love the look of these. These retail for about 230 bucks and well worth it. These are just phenomenally looking. I absolutely love them. I always love how big of an impact some of these small changes can make. Now you can find these Auto Technic carbon fiber fender grills for your 4 Series on Amazon, and I'm gonna make sure to put a link down below so that you can check them out. Now if you found this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And again, I'm Steve, and I want to thank you for watching F33. Take care.